on the 2-1. Falby mashes one to third. Dania Brooks clean over to first, where Nelson makes the squeeze. The Bulls had some struggles last night against JUCO level. Had her jersey retired at Florida Southwestern State. Payoff pitch. Shoemaker drives one opposite way, struck pretty well and off the fence. Hustling into second with a stand-up one-out double. 1-2 pulled into left field for a knock. Coach Walton with a late red light for his freshman. Otis will stretch that all the way to second. The Gators have two in scoring position.
Jocelyn Erickson, a lot of power in that bat.
Erickson zips one to second out of Garcia Soto's glove. 2 runs will come in for the Gators. And Florida's up early on the Bulls. Player.
And Erickson doing what she has to do in that position. She wants to hit the ball hard and hit it behind base runners. Even if Kathy Garcia Soto is able to glove this well, we're expecting a run to come across even with that situation. But unfortunately, the Defensive Player of the Year unable to glove it well, and instead these 2 runs are going to come.
Native coming coast to coast. Reagan Walsh sends one high into right center field. This is playable for Galligan. And it's the second out of the inning. Moving from shortstop to third base on this team really stood out to them. Like we said, she could swing it too. Galligan couldn't glove it. On a shot towards right center field, Tim Walton gives the go-ahead. The throw to the plate, not in time. Erickson scores, and South Florida yields another run. Gators are up 3.
Said they're going to come out in this second game red hot. Each of these balls have been hit pretty hard, and this one, she's going to get this ball deep into her stance and is going to drive it right back where it came from. And unfortunately, Galligan out in center field, not quite able to glove it, and another run is going to come across on her.
Off season. And the next. 2-2 is pulled down the third base line past Brooks. Cahalan around third. The throw to the plate, not in time. Gators put up a 4 spot in the first, the latest off the bat of Mia Williams.
And that ball absolutely laced down the third baseline. Sarja going the back-to-back changeup route, got a little bit of the foul tip there from the pitch previous, and instead this one is going to tail a little bit closer to the plate, allow her to get all of her barrel all on top of that ball very, very hard.
Gabby Camilla, first pitch right back to the originator and into center. Her first career at bat was a home run in this park and wastes no time adding on to the ledger here. And that's inside. She does indeed walk Holtorf in the 9 spot. So from the first 9 to the
board, and especially with bases loaded, she does have the speed though. So the danger, of course, is if she puts this ball into play, USF runs the risk of having to make the play at first and having to go into a foot race with one of the fastest in the country.
Ground ball to Brooks, and 5-3. The same way she went down to start the inning is the same.
There's so many still at bats to go and pitches to go.
Elliott zips one to short on a leap. Is brought in by Riley Holtorf. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Well, one of the big question marks for Florida, and this is a team that brought a lot back, was, of course, you lose the star Skylar Wallace at shortstop, but she brought not just offense, defense, but from a team chemistry perspective as Alexa Galligan comes up and sends the first on a ground ball to second. That'll go 4-3 for the second out of the inning. I mean, one of college softball's bigger trying to improve.
I think so much of it comes down to mentality. It's the intelligence to put good swings on balls and keep making advancements, especially as this inning turns over. You have to keep learning, and you have to hope that that's what you do from year to year.
Shoemaker already a double in this game. Might have more here. Gives this a deep charge to left. Shoemaker has done it again. Another home run for the freshman Gator. She goes yard, and Florida's up 5.
And I think Coach Tim Walton might have known what he was talking about, saying the power side of the plate and getting enough power behind it to put it over a very, very tall fence over there in left field. And take a look at that. Her teammates so happy for her, especially a freshman, even getting the playing time that maybe they hoped. They're finding more fits for them personality-wise, and it's allowing them to thrive.
3-1, lifted into right. This one not nearly enough on it. Elliott will come and make the catch. That's the first out of the inning. this new chapter. 1-2. Erickson zips one into left center. And diving in, what a grab. Alexa Gallegani makes the squeeze, put a star next to that one. Try to go out and play. Counts full on Reagan Walsh with 2 gone in the inning. He trampolines it to short. Rivera makes the snag, and the throw is in time. So 1 above the minimum for Hannah Marine and the Bulls, but it's a big one. Shoemaker goes yard. You guys, as a battery, had a lot of memories, a lot of no-hitters. Deep ball to the hole. It's short. It's a long throw for Holtorf. Foreman gets there. Couldn't be picked out by Walsh. So USF has their first base runner of when and how you're maybe stealing. Full count on Rivera. Here it comes. Big hack through it. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time for the double play. Well, from a timing perspective, it looks like Erickson almost got her. Was almost.
Can you talk the talk? And I think Erickson, of course, has proven both, but Jamia Nelson, unfortunately, is going to have to walk that walk there.
Might have a bruise, but I think she'll take it. Get 2 runners aboard for South out at third. Ortiz Martinez sends that into right, diving in at Shoemaker. And the freshman with a nice squeeze to get the second out. It's not just the offense for number 21.
I mean, have a day.
And the Bulls capitalize with 2 outs in the inning to try and strike back. And she got her looking. Keegan Rothrock, pinpoint accuracy. The Bulls strand 2 in the second. The Gators up.
Our boy Phil.
Our boy Phil. Cahalan on 1-0. Parachutes one to left and looks to make the squeeze for the first out of the inning. We'll bring in.
He's done a really good job of keeping this team slightly off timing, enough to get some of these pop-ups, but unfortunately that timing not quite right there, and it's instead going to lead to that hit by pitch of Williams.
Yeah, that one looked like it just kind of slipped out of her hand a tad.
Chance to get your feet wet than to play against some of the best in the country.
Pulled to second, could be 2. Side shovel for 1. That's all they'll get. So Williams retired for the second out. Trey Camilla at first. And it brings in Riley Holtorf. That pitch in the dirt, Camilla goes. Throw down to Garcia Soto. She got her. Ortiz Martinez catches Camilla stealing. And Marine faces just 1 above the minimum in that inning.
And Camille Ortiz-Martinez is not going to hesitate, is going to make a great jump off of this ball in the dirt. It's going to come up firing, and it is the tag of Kathy Garcia Soto that's going to sell it and carry them into the home half.
On the 0-2, because you remove, Texas and Oklahoma. Garcia Soto down on strikes, 3rd for Rothrock. But then you add in programs like Utah, Arizona, Arizona State. I mean, it's a brand new league, and now Texas.
And only makes them stronger. And then, of course, the movement of money and getting more eyes on these players is always the goal at the end of the day.
Elliott right back to Rothrock. She snaps it down, recovers, and underhands it in time for the second out of the inning.
Protect yourself there.
Alexa Gallegani is up. First pitch is a roller to short, and Holtorf can't glove it. Rolls to Williams, and she throws it too long. Gallegani is safe. We'll see how they score it, but all the same with 2 outs, Bulls have a base runner.
Yeah, a great opening weekend.
Wilkes bounces one down the third base line. Nice snag by Cahalan, but because of the momentum of the ball, carries her too wide, and South Florida gets 2 aboard.
And we talked about the necessity for speed at the top, and that helped.
I'd say that's pretty good. High bouncer at third. Cahalan makes this throw in time. So South Florida for the second consecutive innings. Strand. It's very interesting when you think about Florida's place in all of that. They went on the run as Holtorf walks. They win the SEC tournament. They end up as a super regional host. Going into that SEC tournament.
RPI all year. Those losses don't hurt as much.
Falby tees off into right. There is no doubt about it. Off of the light pole. And the Gators tag on 2 more.
And Falby 0-2 coming into that at bat. A couple of soft balls, her first 2, and is going to absolutely lace this ball. Maybe doesn't get the swing away as often as she would hope, and she really makes it count there. Dance it up, Kendra Falby. You earned that home run.
And the second it left her bat, there was no doubt about it. For the typical Gator slapper, her 6th career home run.
And I
see Kendra Falby all smiles. By the way, 7 different Gators have hit 12 home runs in 6 games. Shoemaker may have another here. A high drive into left. What else? A multi-homer game for Taylor Shoemaker.
And you almost want to ask if you're having a little bit of deja vu here. That ball looks identical off the bat of Shoemaker again, and that easily carries over to the golf carts out there in left field. This is not a bad pitch by Hannah Marin, a screwball tailing up and away, but Shoemaker has so much strength, deceivingly so, in that bat, and these back-to-back home runs feel like strong nails for this UF team right now.
Hence that wisdom. Down to some of the younger faces. 3-2 and on the hands, and one of the nation's best at walking last year is aboard on a base on balls.
Yeah, and intelligence is such a cool thing because there's so many different versions of it, right?
Started 32 games in her time as a Sooner. Erickson goes opposite way. Wilkes up against the track makes the catch. First out of the inning.
Big bounce back.
Long's payoff. Is tattooed to short. Good snag by Rivera. There's one, and there's two. Bulls turn their 4th double play this season to get out without any further damage, but 2-2, cut on and missed. 4th strikeout for Keegan Rothrock, and she's cooking up more Ks.
And that's what makes her so difficult to hit. Is take a look at that sequence. You've got the curveball, the drop ball, and the rise ball.
Coach Walton said health-wise so much better, very confident this season, makes her a little more self-sufficient. Nelson, high bounce out to third. That's a fair ball, and a toss across for the 2nd out of the inning. You know, last year too, she had all those innings.
But Pickens, they actually sometimes have to take velo off to increase their movement.
Drop 3rd strike, throw down will complete the K. 2 strikeouts in that inning for Keegan Rothrock, and the Gators once again work them 1, 2, 3. We got so much more puttery in front of us. Halen zips one over Rivera all the way to the wall. He'll stretch this into 2 on a slide. It's a leadoff double for Cahalan. It's her 2nd base knock of the ballgame. And was hitting him over the scoreboard in Auburn, Alabama. Flare shot, that's fair down the left field line. Cahalan, it's the stop sign from Tim Walton at 3rd. Neil Williams out to 2nd.
Looks like Dania Brooke may have just missed a little bit of that ball.
Got underneath that one. It's popped up to 2nd. Garcia Soto will make the squeeze. You know, we were chatting with some of the USF folks before this game, and about 10 or 12 other USF Bulls they're helping out and getting involved. As Brooke Bernard sends one skyward into shallow right. And a pinch hit spot makes the squeeze. Runner tags. And the throw is in time for the out on the 2nd effort. Cahalan goes down. They're going to go to video review. It's a bit of a wonky play. You can see the umpires initially ruling that the tag did not land. I don't know if it maybe got her. I don't know if you have enough to overturn that. But this should be a double play. And it is. 2nd of the game for South Florida. Bulls down to their final 3 outs. Brooks leads off. Bulls trying to extend the game 8-9-1 to try and get it done. Rothrock so far 2 hitters she spun. Bouncing ball to 2nd. Bobbled from Williams. A full 360 for the out. Photo is. So you're pinch hitting one switch hitter for another. High trampoliner to short. Oldtorf's got it. And 6-3 goes the out. The Bulls are down to their final one.
Which is kind of a rare situation to have. It's interesting that they...
Masterful outing for the reigning SEC Freshman of the Year. And that's it. 4-pitch walk to Elliott. I don't think wanting to mess around with one of the Bulls' best hitters. So Rothrock in 4 pitches puts her on base.
I mean, Elliott with the hard corners. And so it will be this balancing act of what can you give and what can you get.
Galligani sends one skyward to right, and it is Shoemaker who squeezes it to end the ball game. Florida comes to Tampa and run rules the Bulls 8-0 in 5. Another masterful outing for the Gators star sophomore Keegan Rothrock. A multi-homer day for Shoemaker, the Gators, they get the bats moving, they have the pitching and the defense, and they are playing the part of a World Series contender.
I think the best part is these teams get to face each other again later down the road. You're doing nothing but collecting information and starting a young season, and I think Florida obviously gets to take a lot of good things home off of this weekend. Some powerful freshmen, some really dominant pitching, and hopefully some building some of that team camaraderie we've been talking about.
Well, the Gators eventually